What is this? Oh, can opener. Okay. That could be good. A sewing kit. Well, good find. Good find. Ooh, a sheet. Now if we twist here and tighten that, and we're ready. The journey starts in a bungalow somewhere in the city of West Point. In my memory, West Point was once a thriving community where everyone knows each other and life moved at a slower pace. Rows of aging suburban homes, mom and pop shops, and long stretches of industrial yards kept the local economy alive. But now, all that's left is a hollow shell of the past and whatever still wanders the streets. Resources are scarce in the suburban areas. The most valuable thing I've found so far is this crowbar in someone's garage, rusted around the edges, but still strong enough to pry open locked doors. Despite being abandoned, the houses I've visited has this strangely roomy vibe. Like the families who lived here only stepped out for a minute and might walk back in at any given moment. Half-empty party cups are scattered across the tables, sticky rains dried into the wood, a pot of cold beef stew sits on the stove, congealed and untouched. Jackets still hang by the entrance, a TV remote lies mid-channel on the couch. Everything frozen in place, as if the whole town vanished in the middle of an ordinary day. Look at the fur on this dead rat. It's still so fluffy, like it just died recently. It is so fat. This rat is crazy. I want to touch it. You touched a live rat. To be honest, I don't have a solid plan for what I should be doing here. I mean, the virus broke out, humanity fell, and the water and electricity are expected to be shut down within a week or two. For all I know, I might be the last human left in this modern jungle, and I could die today or tomorrow. I have no home to return to, and no one waiting for me anywhere. I had plans before all this, you know. I had a family and a life partner. I was married, even if only for a year, but unfortunately, it wasn't going to work. We've been together for 11 years, ever since college. I liked her for her straightforwardness and for the courage it took to come to a foreign country all by herself. She was the type of person I admired, the type who always knew what they wanted and what needed to be done. In life, even though I spent most of my time trying to hold together the scattered pieces of life, I still thought of her as my haven, someone I could rely on in my most vulnerable moments. I'm still not over the fact that it had to be this way. I mean, when we were happy, we were so happy. And I still remember the moment I realized the person in front of me no longer loved me. She didn't say anything even remotely close to that, but if you were there, you would know. Some things don't need words. I guess when you're hurting that deeply, it takes a lot to get a reaction out of you at all. And maybe that's the only reason I'm still alive. So what am I gonna do? I could grab a car, gather some supplies, and just see where the road takes me. Maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll stumble across some big-ass mansion and live like a royalty for a change. Pretend to be someone that actually matters, you know? So I began my search.
Be damned. Is that a school bus over there? This is huge. I just need to get rid of all these zombies.
With a half-empty stomach and stiff shoulders, I spotted a school bus sitting beautifully in a Gigamore parking lot. The perfect doomsday vehicle. Plenty of storage, a high stance that keeps you safe from zombie attacks, and with a few tweaks here and there, I could practically turn it into a portable base. That is, of course, if it hasn't suffered any critical mechanical damage yet.
Now, how do you get inside of this thing? Oh, it's right. Nope. That's a storage. And this is the trunk? Oh god. And oh, this is how you access the engine. Oh my god. Let's take a look. Okay. As far as the essentials go, it's good. Everything's good. Besides, actually, there's nothing to complain. It's pretty good. And almost a full tank of gas. Well, this is perfect. All I have to do is to figure out how to get inside of this thing. That's another storage? What the fuck? How do you get in? Where's the door?
Laugh all you want, but it generally took me a while to figure out where the door was. Even so, the bus was perfect. A few upgrades short of ideal, sure, but otherwise in pristine shape. With the key I pulled off a zombie earlier, I swung the bus around to the front of the store for a quick escape route, then headed inside to gather whatever supplies I could. You know, I can't exactly remember the last time I went to the grocery store. It was maybe right around the start of the recession when things weren't exactly expensive, but definitely not cheap either. Picking up a few necessary items, some meat, some vegetables, some fruit, could still drive the bill up to $200 or $300 in Canadian. Looking back, it was probably almost the same cost as just ordering takeouts every day if you live in the city, but I still made the drive. 40 minutes one way, you know, and if I went around 4, I'll definitely hit traffic coming back. It was dreadful, but I always felt like there was a real difference between ordering food and making food. It's that sense of accomplishment, you know? Watching someone you care about finish a meal you cooked, it was a great feeling. So after grabbing a ton of shelf-stable food from the store, my body was just done. Everything hurts. I mean, to a point where if I had tripped on a piece of gravel right there, I probably would have just passed out on the spot. So I drove the bus to an empty, quiet parking lot nearby, locked all the doors and windows, and moved to the very back seat, far enough that if a zombie did get in, it wouldn't reach me right away. Then I just lay down, crossed the bench, and let my body shut down for a while. I thought I would read a book that night. The bus was comfortable enough and the book looked thin. I figured I would finish it in 2 hours and catch a bit more sleep afterwards, but instead, I ended up staring into those light blue seats with tears streaming down my face. It was a book about death. 36 years of a man's life, lived as a doctor, a patient, a husband, and a father, all captured in barely 300 pages. The road he walked felt like 10 lifetimes compressed into one. The pain he endured made my own struggle feel small, almost insignificant. His understanding of mortality was unlike anything I've ever encountered. And I'll admit it, I felt jealous of Paul. Jealous of his courage in the face of a death he didn't deserve. And jealous of the way he moved through the world with such compassion. How deeply he loved the people around him and how deeply they loved him back. Finally, this is my favorite line from the book. He wrote, "I don't believe in the wisdom of children, nor in the wisdom of the old. There is a moment, a cusp, when the sum of gathered experience is worn down by the details of living. We are never so wise as when we live in the moment."